been a few days since Charlie Kirk's death now. And I just want to take a bit to honor him. I know this is not like my normal videos. It's not even recorded like my normal videos. I'm using a different camera to my normal videos. But this is not a normal day. It's not a normal murder, even. I'm a creator, and Charlie Kirk was a creator of a kind. Murdered in cold blood simply for his political views. And first of all, my thoughts, I want my thoughts to go out to his beautiful wife and the 2 children that he's left behind, his wonderful 2 children. Those children will never know their father, and I'm sure his wife will carry pain with him that I don't even want to imagine for the rest of her life, simply because of some selfish man's political hatred of someone. And that's what I'm getting to. This was a political murder. And it bodes ill for our wider Western civilization. This is no joke. This man was killed simply for his political views, but more so what he represented across the spectrum. He was the one, the main one on the right, trying to build bridges with the left, trying to say, can we understand each other? And I'm going to try and speak to both left and right here. I want to honor that he was a bridge. Now, for you right-wingers, it is an achievement that we have not reacted in anger. No riots, no real violence. There was one episode, but compared to something like George Floyd, almost nothing. That's an achievement. And part of why this man was shot potentially is because the left wanted a reaction. It's frustrated that we sincerely do hold a moral high ground, and that when these things happen, the violence tends to come from the other side of the aisle. I mean, in my lifetime, most of the violence, the political violence that I've seen, genuinely comes from the social progressive side, or by extension, groups that they've brought into the West. But we need to find bridges between us, because this cannot go on. Now, I'm not going to show the graphic images. I'm sure many of you have seen that by now. It's been, most of a week now. Not quite. It was gruesome. And this is being normalized in our society, these kinds of attacks. And it's painful for us. Millions upon us. Sorry, I'm having trouble speaking because it is emotional. It's painful for millions of us because this man was likely to be a future US president. At 31. I mean, 31, yeah, it's not super young, but it's really just getting started in the games of the upper echelons of our society. Those level competitions. And he had already changed the world. And he was simply shot because of his views on what sex is. Or whilst he was speaking, that was the last question asked. Simply because he disagrees with the whole, the transgenderism stuff. And we can't just go around killing people simply because people hold what are essentially majority views on what sex is. I'm trying to stay composed, recording this video. I just want to honor this man who devoted his life to creating something that would end the spiraling violence between the two sides. It's not even left and right anymore. It's more like patriotic versus anti-nationalist, or progressive versus traditionalist, or globalism versus the nation state. And we're unsure where these fault lines divide even now. But for those of you on the right, it's good that you have not reacted in violence, because that's not what he stood for. And if you are on the right, you know exactly what I'm talking about, so please allow me to concentrate on the left. The demonization of social conservatives has to stop. The demonization of people who simply don't have left-wing views has to stop. It's not 1945. You can't just throw around words like fascist and Nazi and bigot and racist without there being consequences. This was a man with mainstream ordinary views gunned down over what? That he brought people together to have a conversation and said things that the left disagrees with and pointed out his opinions using facts, reason, logic, and polite discourse, and that the left could not handle having their fantastical ideas about social abnormalities being spoken of rationally. This should not be happening. And you have to stop demonizing people simply because they're not socially progressive. You can't call people Nazi it's not 1945, it's 2025. Fascists don't even exist. Okay, there's one country in is it Burma or Myanmar or something, where that's actually a fascist government of some kind. But aside from that, Russia is an oligarchy, which is not fascism. Afghanistan is a theocracy, which is not fascism. Cuba is a socialist dictatorship, which is not fascism. So you can't keep throwing out these labels and not expect there to be harm to innocent people, those two children who will grow up without a father. But more so to the millions of people who looked to him as a bridge, who were inspired by him. Many people on the right are on the right of politics in America, young people, because they went to hear him speak and debated with him. And I think that's what this selfish assassin was getting toward. He wanted to stop his mouth. And I don't think this is a political rant because I'm honoring Charlie Kirk. I am in a bit of a state of shock still, less than a week since this happened. The impact of this man has been so enormous. The influence that he's left behind, the change that he's made in people's hearts is profound. But what caused his death is the inability of the left to build bridges with people they disagree with. The belief that they are so right in their moral views that anyone who is not socially progressive is demonic. And where does this come from? I think, Charlie Kirk was a man of faith. I have recently begun my faith journey in my life. Charlie Kirk was an ally to Israel and the Jewish people, and I respect that. I admire him for that. He was my ally in that regard. But the left views the post-war era very differently to the right. It views it as almost a religious genesis because it doesn't really believe in God or faith as having intrinsic value to the shaping of our society. So it must build a meta-narrative, a higher story some other way. And it's done that through World War II and the wake of 1945 building a genesis out of World War II. And Hitler and Nazis cast as the Satan, replacing Satan. And Charlie Kirk was called a Nazi. He was called Hitler, which is utterly absurd. And again, the left, the mainstream media as well, the bureaucracy of the state and our institutions, our academies, they have to stop using these words from 80 years ago as punchweights to attack their political opponents with, because you get destabilized mental nutcases like the guy who killed Charlie Kirk, and they take them literally. And then they kill innocent people who says, well, you're a Nazi, you are pure evil. If I kill you, that's justice. It's not justice. If you have to kill people for your political ideology, you are wrong. And you will never, ever be morally just. And then on from 1945, you have the 1960s social justice culture that arose out of our universities. And that was what Charlie Kirk was actually challenging and threatening most. And that drove people insane. He was going onto their territory and challenging them over cultural narratives to become an activist. Whereas that word activist had been taken by progressives to mean their word, and he took it to be his word. And that was brave of him. I don't think he thought he was going to be murdered. I think he genuinely believed in the goodness of man. Why else would you do such a thing? He must have believed that we are good enough to have calm debates with each other and respect each other as Americans, or where I am, as Welsh, or German, or Bulgarian. We can respect each other within a national community and not be afraid of words like nationalism. But this 1960s idea of social justice being almost like a religious ritual that young people enact through their university days, that has to end too, because it's demonizing people who are not left-wing. It's casting them in the role of demons. And it's demonic to do that to people who are innocent simply because they disagree with you politically. We have to move on from this. And I hope Charlie Kirk's memory is honored as a bridge. Those who are social conservatives, you cannot react angrily. That was the intention of this selfish narcissist and his anti-fascist transgender ideology written onto his bullets. I mean, if you're writing things onto your bullets of your ideology for your enemies, you're not going to be good, are you? And this is a battle between good and evil for Western civilization to endure. I just wanted to honor Charlie Kirk. He will be missed by millions, especially those two little babies and his wife. My prayers go out to you, and whatever you do, don't react in anger. That's not the right thing at this time. Have a good evening.